Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome to a very special world tour. This is going to be the last one of the legacy worlds, as I call them. The last one of the seven, seven worlds, my off-screen worlds that I still care about, that I want to keep playing in. And this one is called the Liminal world, and I saved it for last because it is also the oldest world that I have going on. And I'm starting down here in the caves because I have a lot to show to you guys, and I did want to showcase what I have going on in the caves. So I didn't want to make you guys watch footage of me walking into them and then also walking back out of them. So I'm starting from within the caves, and then in that way you're only going to see me walking out of the caves. Just because I do these tours in a single take. I don't edit anything out. I do this in a single take. So just a few words about why this place, this world in particular, is very meaningful to me. I started this world when 1.20 first released. When it first came out about midway in the summer of 2023. I actually started this world on the day that I purchased my car. My dream car, actually. It's an old, 2004 Toyota Celica, but I was extremely excited about getting this car, and I started a Minecraft world on the day that I bought this car. And it just so happened that 1.20 just recently came out too. So this was my first world after 1.20 got released. But I'll get into that a little bit later on. I just wanted to, a few words about why I'm starting in the cave. So I died in this world twice now. I started out in hardcore mode, then I have cheated twice now to reincarnate myself. So it's no longer hardcore mode. This is where I died for the first time. All right, this is why I'm starting out over here. And I build these little outposts. This is an outpost. This is the second outpost that I have going on. Outpost number 2, and I called it the first death site outpost because this is where I died for the first time. And you guys will get to see the first one too, outpost number 1. But basically, I decided I wanted to build these little outposts in the mines, in the caves, as a convenient spot where I can hang out in and go in free cam mode. I use the free cam mod just to fly around and explore a little bit in free cam. And that's why I build these outposts, so that I can do this, so that I can just press F. I have it assigned to the F4 key. I just press the F4 key, and then I just fly around and explore a little bit in free cam. And I kind of want to do that while I'm explaining this first death site to you, just because it's still pretty dangerous out here. I don't want to be hanging out here talking, because it's still, I might get blown up by a creeper. It's still not, like, a lot of this is still not lit up from the top. I'm pretty sure there's like holes along the top where creepers might jump down on me, like over here. A creeper can easily rain down onto me from the top there. So I'm still very cautious when I'm down here in these caves. Even though I explored a good portion of them, it's still not secure. It's a very big chasm down here. But yeah, this is where I died for the first time. I made it pretty far. I got to day 252. Before I died for the first time. I died to a zombie, ironically. And it was at the end of a fight. I fought off a bunch of mobs. I was doing well. I thought that I was good because I fought everybody off. And then just as I thought that, just as I failed to, I had my interface turned off. So I didn't realize how low I was on health. I thought that I did fine because I fought everybody off. And I was low in health. And a zombie jumped down from the top here. This wasn't all lit up yet. A zombie jumped down from the top, down, from here, and just one hit from a zombie is all it took. Just a regular zombie. It wasn't even a baby zombie or anything. I just was caught off guard. But that's probably what I get for having my interface turned off. So I always try to keep my interface on when I'm in any kind of fight after this. But yeah, it was a really devastating loss to me. I was really looking forward to, this was supposed to be my forever world in which I never died in hardcore mode. But no, I reincarnate myself and then keep playing anyways. It's no longer real hardcore, it's just hardcore-ish now. And I built a cross over here, even though like I'm not religious. The thing is, when I was playing in this world, I no longer do this. I switched over to building obelisks now to commemorate locations where I died. But in this world, I was still building crosses. I actually died twice, so there's still another cross that I need to show to you for the second place where I died at. But I was building crosses just because that's like the universal symbol, the universal marker for the site of death, right? Or for a grave, the universal marker for a grave, right? So I was still feeling like it was pretty appropriate to put a cross there, even though I'm really not religious whatsoever. Since then, I had decided that no, actually, I feel such strong resentment of religion that I don't want to have any crosses in my worlds whatsoever. And don't get me wrong, I have great respect. I have tremendous respect for religious people. I've developed a resentment of religion just because of the way it affected me personally in my own life. But I'm not going to talk about that in this episode. This is a world tour, all right? So I just wanted to explain to you guys why it's a cross in this one, and it's not. I no longer build the crosses. So yeah, we're very far down. I did go very deeply into these mines, into the caves. So this is the second. I've been building these outposts. Well, I already explained to you guys why. It's because I just wanted to have a safe spot within the caves where I can just hang out and fly around in free cam mode. So that's why I built the outpost. But now we're going to just go backwards to the first outpost, and you guys will get to see how far I got into the caves. It doesn't really look as far as it initially looked because I built very convenient tunnels like this to connect these caves so that I don't have to travel as far to get to these outposts. So the first outpost is really not very far away from the second. I have these the crafting tables signify the direction that I need to go in to get to the entrance. So if you follow the crafting tables, that should lead you towards the entrance to the caves. And then the way my system works, if there's like more than one torch, if there's 2 or 3 torches, the more torches, the more there is further to the caves. Like if there's a double torch, that means that if you go in that direction, there's unexplored caves in that direction. That's what those signify. And then going backwards, I put a crafting table in the direction of home. Like this is going to lead you towards the entrance. So this is the path towards the first outpost, and this is just a convenient doorway just to block off. This didn't used to be lit up, so I just wanted a doorway here just to keep mobs from moving in, from ambushing me from that direction, because I didn't have that lit up yet. There's nothing really there. But yeah, I explored a very large portion of this cave. In 1.20.0, they really nerfed the amount of diamonds, so you had to explore a lot more in order to get diamonds. And here we are. This is the site. This is the first outpost. I'll call it the first split, because this was a convenient spot for an outpost because the caves kind of intersected here. There's like multiple ways you can go from here to reach further unexplored caves. So this was my first outpost, and it's kind of the outposts are really reminiscent of the back rooms. You know how in the back rooms they built like when you initially enter into the back rooms, there's like a windowed off, like a walled off area where it was like safe before you proceed further, and that's what these remind me of. So these are like the save points where you can sort of stop and rest. And I got a little bed over here. I don't think there's really much in here. I stashed one ingot in here just in case I need to make a shield for myself, in case my shield broke down or something like that. So, but anyways, I'm gonna continue on towards the entrance, because there's not really a whole lot more to see to these caves. I just wanted to show you guys the site of the first death, of where I died for the first time. But we're gonna move on now towards the entrance. There's not really a very long way left to go. So and yeah, and I just wanted to start out in the cave so that you guys don't have to see this any more than once as I'm walking through it. So now we're very close to the entrance now. There's not a whole lot more to see here. This is the entrance, and then the entrance looks even more reminiscent of the backrooms entrance. It's even more like that, where you got a door to either side, and you got windows to either side. So this, like, going right here is perfectly safe, right? But like going further out into the backrooms, it gets dangerous. There's entities out there and stuff. But out here it's still pretty safe. I don't think there's much in here. Yeah, not much in here. Well, I got a name tag. I forgot it. I do have a good bunch of stuff in here. I kind of have this chest down here just to stash stuff in case I want to, go right back out, I guess. And then initially I just built this massive tunnel going down into the caves because there wasn't really a neat, convenient cave entrance from where I spawned in. So that's why I have this big, massive staircase going down. And even at the top, like I usually build a building at the entrance to caves. I started doing that after I started this world. I started playing in this world before I started following that convention. So there isn't really, this is just a regular mine entrance. There isn't really anything over here. Nowadays, I like to build structures atop cave entrances. So this world came before that, before I implemented that change. So this is around where I spawned in. I actually spawned on top of the mangrove trees, and it was incredible. It was an incredibly liminal scene. It was very fitting for the name of the world. I named the world Liminal World before I spawned in, because just to emphasize the liminal sense, that like the what's it called? Like I think this is one of the key features, the key characteristics of Minecraft is its liminality. It's a liminal horror game to me, and I really wanted to emphasize that, and that's why I named the world Liminal World. And initially, I started this world before I started the channel, a long time before I started the channel. So I was already past day 300 in this world before I started the channel over a year ago now. And since then, I got discouraged after I died the first time, and then actually I died the second time. I kept playing. I reincarnated, kept playing, but then I died the second time very soon after the first time, and then I got very discouraged about that. And then after that, I just got carried away starting new worlds, and then it was a pretty long time before I actually returned to this world and played it to day 400. So I really haven't played it very much during 2024. I really played it for like a good half a year or so after I started it in 2023. But since then, I haven't really made a whole lot more progress. But I definitely intend to return to this world because it has deep significance to me, and I'll get to more of the reasons why later on. I wanted to start the tour out here. This is kind of where this was my first initial camp site, and it's kind of a really liminal camp where like you just have this awning. It's not even a building. I built this awning over the top of the bed just to be safe from the elements, because I don't like sleeping in the rain. That's the whole reason I built this. Well, also, but it's also pretty convenient to hang out on top of this patio, because you can hang out here at night and be perfectly safe, because mobs aren't going to be able to reach you up here. So it's still I did that a lot before I actually built my starter house. I utilized this campsite for a very long time before building anything, before building a starter house. Excuse me. And the first starter house I built was pretty elaborate. It took me a long time to build it. I built it in the mangrove biome right around where I spawned. But I hung out. I spent a long time out here in this plains biome, and then there's the savanna biome that's nearby there. I brought the cherry trees. This was the first world that I played in. After 1.20 was released. So this was my first introduction to the cherry trees, which I was very excited about. So I ventured, I had to go pretty far out to get to the nearest cherry grove biome, and I cheated to find out where it is. I looked up on Chunkbase to find out where the cherry trees are, And they're within 3 kilometers, but I had to go more than 2 kilometers out to get to them. But then I wanted to get back to the starting area, because I like to normally I like to hang out near the starting area for a long time before I venture further out. I just wanted to get some cherry saplings, and I didn't want to re-roll the world. I like to play to just accept whatever Minecraft grants me on first roll, and this was the first roll. I really like that hill that it looks. I think I named it Elephant Hill or something like that, because I thought it kind of looked slightly like an elephant, even though the trunk isn't very long. But so yeah, oh yeah, I have this sign here just to remind me how many cows I'm supposed to have in here. Yeah, it's a pretty big cow farm. I used this was the cow farm I had going on for, because it's pretty tricky to have a cow farm in the mangrove biome. Like you had to, it's such a pain in the ass to clear out the mangroves. So I had the cow farm out here in the plains biome, and I actually was intending to build a farmhouse pretty close, not like next to it, but I never got around to that. Haven't really done that yet. I also do plan on building a building on top of the mines on the mine entrance, but that's also like in the future now, because I have a good idea of where I want to go next, and so it's gonna be kind of in a different direction. So I'm gonna depart from the starting area for a while, and there's a really cool spot that I'm gonna show you guys where I want to head next to, where I intend to build further, to like spend more time. When I do come back to this world at the right time, I will come back to this world. I do intend to keep playing this world. It is one of my 7 legacy forever worlds. So I definitely want to keep playing in this place, past, going forward to day 500 and beyond. So anyways, let me actually, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start by going to the place that's really cool that I encountered on my way to the Cherry Grove biome. And it's the place where I want to build more stuff in. I'm gonna skip the house tour until later, because that's kind of I want the house tour to be kind of the climax of this world tour. So I kind of want to save it for last. It's in that direction. It's amazing. I thoroughly love the starter house that I built, and it's a bit unfortunate that I plan to kind of abandon it for now to build elsewhere, but that's kind of the plan, because I really like the area where I'm about to show you. I spent a bunch of time on this little island too. I was meaning to sort of convert this island to also like a starter area. I like small islands. I'm very fond of small islands. They're just excellent places to kind of have a little starter setup going, but I never did that. I never followed through with building anything here, except for, well, I just got started with a little camp, building camp with some trees and stuff. So that's also in the plans in the future. Perhaps I will make something out of this island, but for the time being, I haven't really done much with it. So yeah, and I just want to show you guys the place where this really amazing spot where I want to. Where I intend to, which basically represents the future of this world to me, because I do intend to go there next and kind of establish a footing there and build something, do something with it, do something really cool with it. So we're gonna go there first before I go back and show you guys the house. Just briefly, it's not very far. It's not very far from the starter area. It doesn't take long to get there by boat at all. And I'm not going to go all the way to the cherry biome. That's pretty far away, and there's not really much there. I also just have a campsite there, essentially, and just a pretty small. I built like a little hole in the wall outpost in the cherry grove biome too. All right, this is the spot though. This is what I wanted to show you guys, because it's amazing. These are some windswept. This is a windswept savanna biome, I believe, and it just strikes me as just absolutely freaking amazing, this landscape over here. So I definitely want to do something with this terrain. I want this is where I'm gonna build, in the next few 100 days. I intend to establish myself here. I'll probably actually establish myself on this island. This island is where I died the second time. But before I get to the island, just take a look at this. It's just absolutely freaking amazing. These windswept biomes are phenomenal, and I don't even have clear plans. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure how I'm going to utilize this landscape, but I do want to. This is where I want to to build next. It's also very close by to a very conveniently close by to a village there. But I want to make this into my base. I want to build a nice big base in this windswept biome over here. And it kind of goes on in that direction too. But they're pretty difficult to build in. It's going to be a challenge. Architecturally wise, like I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to utilize the space, what I'm going to do with it. I haven't really I've thought a lot about it, but I haven't really figured it out yet. But this is definitely where I'm going to go next in this world, and hopefully maybe in the 500-day world tour, you'll see me make some progress in that regard. But I'm probably gonna, I mean, the next 100 days, I want to establish myself on this little island here, just to be close by, just to have like a little campsite that's right next to this mountain. Although I'm really not sure about that. Maybe I should actually just go for, building a little outpost right on this mountain somewhere, like around the base. Yeah, that's probably a better idea, because then I can have a farm there that's not out of simulation range. But all right, this little island is where I ended up dying the second time. Very soon, just only 30 days or less than 30 days after I died the first time, and I died to a freaking creeper blast. I was just out here exploring, just checking this place out again. I wanted to come out here again, and I hung out on this island for a little bit, and there were a bunch of creepers here, and I survived the first creeper blast, and then classically, as I was filling in the hole from the first creeper blast, a second creeper snuck up behind me, his little creeper buddy, and he came over here, and I got blown up. The second time. So this is the site of the second death over here. And I built another cross over here. It happened very soon after the first death, on day 280. So that was very sad. Ironically, I almost died here a third time, because I was coming out here just to be in preparation for the world tour. I was coming out here just to make sure I know where to go, to kind of plan out the tour. And I almost got killed a third time in the same freaking way by creepers that ambushed me. But I filled in that space and stuff, so I did not die a third time over here. You can see some of the grass still hasn't even grown in the spot where I got blown up. So yeah, I'm not really entirely sure if I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm probably gonna actually opt to build an outpost right at the edge of that hill there. So anyways, that's as far as I want to go here in this direction to show you guys. I mean, I could show you. There's more to this world that I've explored. That's also pretty amazing, pretty interesting. But I'm not about to just. This isn't like a seed. Like I'm not here to just showcase the seed. I actually want to showcase the stuff that I've built, and there is only like one more thing that I need to show. I mean, the house itself. It's amazing. I'm in love with the house that I built in this world. And ironically, and very classically, I died for the first time right after I finished construction of the starter house. It was such a major buzzkill for me, because I finally built the starter house, and then I lost my hardcore mode. I lost the real hardcore mode. Now it's no longer real hardcore mode. Now it's survival mode with angry hearts. I still have the angry hearts going on, because I cheat. What I do is I cheat and reincarnate myself and keep playing, and it's still technically hardcore mode, but it's not anymore because I already died. I died twice. It's now twice reincarnated. Hardcore-ish mode is how I refer to it. But that's the way I play Minecraft. Just to and this is one of the ways you can come up to the house. There's I built 3 pathways leading up to the house, and from this direction you can float in on a boat over here to this landing over here and get to the house from this direction. I actually would rather not do. Well, yes, sure, this is fine. I'll just. Ooh, don't want to look there. Dang, there's a bunch of them hanging out there. Wow. 3 Endermen just hanging out over there. That's strange. I don't know. I do not want to fight those guys right now. But if I wasn't recording, I totally would be down for that fight. That would be fun. Is that my one boat? Yeah, this is my one boat. I do need to collect this boat. I do want to have that boat on me. Okay, so I built these little pathways leading up to going up to the house. Gosh, I really hope I don't trigger this Enderman. That would be terrible. All right, yeah, let's not do that. This is the pathway leading up to the house, from this direction at least. And it's an amazing house, and there's like, I'm very proud of the pathway too. It's a great walk, wonderful walkway here. I have this little lantern hanging down from the roots. I was very happy with how the pathway itself turned out. But yeah, it's lovely living within the mangrove biome. I'm very fond of the mangrove biome now, after this experience. And I really like to build with the mangrove wood. It's a very nice color. And I built the house out of mangrove wood. And here we are, here it is. It's really cool walking up to it from this direction. From this direction, the entrance to it, it leads into the basement of the house. But it's a pretty tall building. It's a pretty tall building. This isn't the best, this isn't the front. This is like the back of the building. I was kind of planning on actually walking into it from the front. Let's do that. Let's do that right now before I give you guys a tour of the house. I guess we're gonna start out in the basement. But this is the entrance to the basement. And this is like the map area. I'm gonna come back here and talk about the maps here a little later on. This is just, this is what I have going on in the basement. But I wanted to show you guys the front of the house. Got this nice panoramic view. Let me show you guys the front of the house before I actually showcase the house itself. This is the front of the house, and there's a pathway here that goes directly to the plains region, the plains area, where the cows are, where the cow farm is. And this is another pathway that kind of had to build. I had to develop this pathway to put up the torches, figure out where I'm going to put these stairs. I mean, it takes a significant time just to build pathways through the mangrove biome. And here we are back at the starting area. So the mangrove biomes, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, I gotta say, because there's a lot of roots everywhere. It takes some time, and then you have to put carpet down onto the mud, because the mud blocks are slightly low, like they're slightly lowered. You can't really tell from here, but basically without the carpet, you can't go up the stairs. You need carpet down. You have to put the carpet down to be able to go up the stairs from the mud. That's why I have the carpet lining the fronts of in front of every place where there's stairs. So I have carpet there. But yeah, let's just go back here, and I want to show you guys the front of the house from over here, because it looks really cool when you're walking up to it. Let me go ahead and sleep through the night real quick. I got a little farm going on over here too. So yeah, before I had the pathways built, the only way to access this, the most convenient way to access this location was by boat from the starting area. So I ended up just going, using these boats a lot, going back and forth from the starting area over to this place. And this is where I was farming. I chopped down lots of mangrove trees because I didn't want to chop down the ones from the actual biome, because I wanted to retain the mangroves in the biome. So I basically, this was the spot where I would just sort of keep regrowing them, and I kept chopping them down and kept regrowing them on this spot, just to gather all of the mangrove wood that I needed to build a house with. But I really wanted to challenge myself and build a house out of mangrove wood. Mangrove wood, it's kind of like the most tedious wood to get, just because mangrove trees are so tedious, so time consuming. It's a grind. It's a good grind to actually collect lots of mangrove wood. But I really was up for the challenge, because it's a beautiful color. I love the color of the mangrove wood. So anyways, now I wanted to show, this is the way to the front of the house, and it's a really neat experience walking up to it. It just kind of opens up on you walking through these mangrove roots, and you see the house kind of just emerging from out of the mangroves. And it's so tall that it just pierces through the canopy. You don't even see how far up it goes. And I really like that effect. I did not even put a sign up on it. This world, I played this world before I implemented the putting signs up on every building to commemorate, to mark the day in which I completed it. And I wasn't doing that yet when I was playing this world. So I built it before day 300, I think. Yeah, before day 250, because I remember I built this before I died. I died for the first time right after I built it. So I finished it around on day 248, 40 something probably. But yeah, this is here's the first floor, and these are just I just have 3 chests over here that are my main chest, my main drop-off chest. I don't know why, but I ended up putting my fortune. I ended up enchanting an iron pick with my fortune enchantment. I no longer do that, guys. I put a bunch of enchantments on iron stuff. I have a blast protection 4 and an iron chestplate. I do not do that at this anymore because you end up burning through a lot of experience when you're fixing this stuff. Like I do have an anvil. You just end up using experience points to fix your tools. I think I was trying to just save just not use up the very little diamonds that I had. I don't have many diamonds. I think they're in here. Where are my diamonds? I thought I had. Oh, there we go. I should have put the fortune enchantment on my diamond pickaxe. I have no idea why I didn't do that. I just do not have a recollection of this. It just feels stupid now that I didn't do that for some reason. But no, I put a fortune 3 enchantment on an iron pickaxe. It's dumb. Don't do that. Make sure to put that on a diamond pickaxe, just because it's gonna cost you the same amount of experience fixing a diamond pickaxe as it would an iron pickaxe. And you really want to, when you're starting off enchanting things, you really want to just only exclusively enchant diamond stuff, even though, like, I didn't have much diamonds going on yet, but still, it's worth it. It's worth it, just because you're gonna burn through lots of experience fixing up your iron tools, your enchanted iron tools, and your iron armor. So I no longer do that. But in this world, I was still enchanting iron stuff like a dumbass. So here's the first floor, and I have these big panoramic windows everywhere, which is my special. This is my Artemian architecture in action. This is how all of my builds are. I love to make these large windows everywhere, just because it's really nice looking through them. I really like this effect of just like having these big windows, and it's sometimes mobs do crawl up here. I get to see some of the new skeletons, like the swamp skeletons, will be spawning in the mangroves. It is a mangrove swamp, so sometimes I see swamp skeletons over here, whatever they're called. I don't remember what exactly they're called. I don't think they're actually called swamp skeletons. I don't remember. I just have the one golden apple here. So yeah, and over here I got a little farm. I'm growing carrots in this little farm. Just a small little farm over here. Nothing too big. And yeah, I got a really nice big stash of carrots. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna use these for. Making golden carrots out of them, perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, it's been fun. It's fun. It's just I liked it. It's satisfying to harvest crops and replant them in Minecraft. So I just stashed. I'm just hoarding them for now because I still got lots of steak to go through. But anyways, let's go up to the second floor. I'll show you guys the basement last. I want to talk about the maps a little bit as the last thing. Let me show you guys the second floor now. This house has like 4 stories in it. Here's the second story. This is my main storage floor. And this is where I got the anvil going on. And I actually put item frames up to signify what goes in these chests. Most of them, I mean, they don't really have much stuff. Like this is my main wood chest. I do still have a lot more mangrove logs still left over. And then I got lots of mangrove roots. Not sure what I'm going to do with those. And then it's just some building materials in this chest, and saplings. Yeah, just a chest for saplings. And then what is this? Mud, special dirt stuff, gravel, and the dirt variants in that one. And then special rocks. Not really much here yet. I have a bunch more of it in the mines. And then just a bunch of not even a whole lot in the empty chest there. Not really much in these chests yet, because I built the starter house and then I died, and then I haven't really done a whole lot yet after that. I only have one ominous bottle because most of the time I spent playing in this world, it was before 1.21, before these became potions. It used to be that you would get the bad omen effect right out after killing the chieftain of the pillagers, right? And I don't actually have any. That's the only disc that I have, and I don't actually have anything in the chest. But I wanted to designate it as the chest where the discs and the very special loot will go. What's in here? Eggs, just as the egg on it signifies. And then this is just where I'm keeping my spare damaged armor pieces. All right, there's a little bit more to it. The top of the house is kind of the coolest. Actually, I want to show that last. So actually, I'm having second thought. Let me show you guys the maps first in the basement. Let's go down to the basement. I want to show you guys the maps, because this is the map room down in the basement, and I still have plenty of space left for further maps. But this is kind of the only world that I have where I can actually demonstrate to you guys the effect of the cornerstones. Remember, if you guys want to find out about how the cornerstone system works, check out the first 100-day generic world tour. In that one, I go in depth in the beginning of that video about how the cornerstone system works. But basically, I put cornerstone. I make little platforms. I put these little platforms in places in the corners of where the corners of maps would be. I make platforms, wooden platforms, and this way on maps you'll see little dots in the corners of the maps, right where those platforms are, and you could actually barely see them. Like over here, like see right there, there's a little 4 pixels there, and because there's a cornerstone there, a little platform there. And I do that, and there's a platform over here where you can see a little bit. I do that because just to make it obvious from the top, from like the game world, to make it apparent where the corners of the maps are, just because I like to be mindful of that when I build stuff. And it kind of it makes the land feel claimed, like it's mine now. I like to put the cornerstones in the 4 corners of the map areas as a means to sort of put a claim to that region, to that area, and it kind of also frames the area, makes it. I like the way that it feels, that area feels, to your brain. It makes it feel more. Less overwhelming. It makes it feel smaller after you you go around the 4 corners of that area. It makes it feel more, a little more. What's the word? I'm at a loss for words. It makes it feel more comprehensible, I guess. It makes it feel like there's less, like it kind of frames the area that you have to work with, I guess. So I really like the mental effect that having these cornerstones around. So you can see like a little dot over here. That's a cornerstone there. You can barely see them on the maps, but you do see them. They are visible from the actual maps. Like there they are. So one there. So there's cornerstones going all the way around at each corner of these maps. And this is what it looks like. This is kind of the starting area. So this is the map of the starting area right around the house. And you'll see what this house looks like from the top. It's really freaking cool at the top. We'll get there. We'll get there in just a second. And then you can see the cow farm over here. These are just level 0 maps, the smallest maps. They're 128 by 128 blocks, and every block is a single pixel on these maps. Over here on this side, let's come over to this side. This map represents the entirety of the area that I explored so far, and these are 1 kilometer maps. These are level 4 maps, and this just goes to show how far I've explored in this game world. And this is these 4 maps over here. This would be if there is one more tier of map. There's a level 5 map, and I do have those. I have a completely filled in level 5 map that goes around this 2 kilometer area. But the Cherry Grove biome was just outside of that. So I ended up having to go further out to get to the Cherry Grove biomes that are like up here. And I didn't really spend a whole lot of time. I just wanted to go out there and establish a little campsite there. And that's basically all I did. And then I did go around and fill in these maps just so that I can put them all together into a shape like this. And then this area here I have not explored. That's still, my bad. So that area there is not unexplored. These areas too are unexplored. So at least those chunks are still not spawned in. I'm kind of waiting until I'm actually ready to dive back into this game world. Until I actually need to go out to this. Until I actually need more space to work with. So it's probably going to be like several more updates actually before I spawn these chunks in. Unfortunately, all of this area was spawned in 1.20.0 when the diamonds were nerfed. So it's like this world is like extra hardcore because it's hard to find the diamonds. They're very sparse. Initially, they were very sparse in 1.20, and all of these areas so far were spawned in that first update before the 1.20.1 update. I think is when they changed it back. They decided it was just too, they were just too sparse. They wanted to make them a little bit more frequent. But no, all of this land that's explored, that's in this map, is all 1.20.0 areas where there's very sparse diamonds. So that does make this game world kind of special in itself too, for better or for worse. I think it's actually more challenging this way, so I kind of like it that I have this world in which I have so much of the land explored where the diamonds are difficult to get. It makes it kind of extra hard, extra challenging. And yeah, I have more spots available for more maps once I do get around to actually spending more time in this world. That's all there is in the basement. Let's go up to the third floor now. This third floor is my enchanting. This is where I got my enchanting setup, and I have an automated furnace. And I have I used to have initially I had the map over here. I built the basement last, so initially I had the map, the level 4 map set up over here. Now I'm thinking I should really just put a painting up here or something, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't actually done that yet. And over here I had the automated furnaces, which I never use anymore. Ever since this world, I basically just do not build these anymore. And the reason is you do not get experience from when you automate stuff, from these automated furnaces. So just because in this early stage of the game, getting experience from smelting stuff is very important, because I'm trying to roll through enchantments to get enchantments, trying to get the right enchantments. And when you're doing that, you burn through so much experience that it's worth it it's not worth it to automate your smelters. That's why I have more furnaces over here. I've just been using these furnaces instead. They're like that one. Oh, okay. Only one of them is actually stocked with charcoal. So I basically don't really use these anymore once I realized that. But I didn't realize that at the time I built it. And I was pretty impressed with it at the time I built it. I was like, all right, this is so cool. I got a double automated furnace. I can just burn tons of stuff here while I don't have to refill them manually. But no, I don't do that anymore. And then here I actually have a couple of enchanted books. They're nothing special. So this is my enchanting setup. I'm very, very pleased with the way this floor turned out. This is like my enchanting and smelting floor. And then on the fourth floor, this is that gets even cooler up here. This is the kind of the gem of this entire world. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I have this, basically I built extensions to this because it was right at the canopy level. This fourth floor, it's right where where it meets the canopy of these mangrove trees. And I decided I'm going to build these walkways, these decks out onto the canopy. And it was such a good idea. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I love to just hang out here at night. You can hang out here at night, completely safe from the mobs and everything. And it's so refreshing. It feels so fresh up here. And I have a bed up here. You can just sleep right underneath the moon, and in this fresh air and this amazing freshness outside. It's basically outdoors, and you're safe here from the mobs. It's so freaking cool. You can walk out here and look around over here in that direction. You can look at the Elephant Mountain there in the distance, that other crazy island over there. I really haven't been there. Well, I actually went. I think I did go out there like once. But no, I haven't done anything in that island yet. It's kind of like a windswept little island. It's not. It's an island. And you can see some of the cornerstones. Those are the cornerstones there in the distance. I see all of these little platforms in the water. These are the cornerstones that I'm talking about. You can see those on the maps. Yeah, there's a cornerstone over here. Cornerstone. I have a good bunch of them in this world. So yeah, this is kind of where I'm going to leave you guys. That kind of completes the tour. This is the coolest part of it. I'm so happy with how this turned out. And right after I finished building this, I died, and it was no longer hardcore mode anymore. It was very disappointing, very discouraging. But no, I do intend to come back to this world and keep playing it because it's freaking cool. I love this build, this house. I hope that this inspires some of you guys to try to do something like this, perhaps. But I was so happy with myself for having done this. And then you can walk up all the way to the top. It's the same ladder going all the way through the house. And you can climb all the way to the top here and be on top of the world. up on the very roof, on the top of on the roof of the whole thing. So that's basically, that concludes the tour. That's all I got. And is there anything else? I got things on my index card here to talk with. What did I miss? Is there anything else that I need to talk? Oh yeah, so this world is very significant to me, not only because I started it on the day on the day when I bought my car. I didn't even drive the car off the lot yet, but I already purchased it. I mean, I was kind of waiting for that for that car to become available, and like as soon as it became available, I basically was waiting for my old car to die out, and I was basically planning. I really wanted to get like an old Toyota Celica, because they don't make them anymore. I think they actually made a new model now. I think maybe now they do make them, but I really wanted that was kind of my dream car. I wanted to get a 2004 2005 Toyota Celica, and I did, and I bought it on the day that I started this world. On like June 27th. I remember the exact date when I started this world, on June 27th. So like to commemorate the purchase of my car, I started this world. And then the other really cool thing about it is the seed for this world. It's some creepypasta shit, all right? You guys are not gonna even believe me. Nobody's gonna believe me, but the number of the seed is very special. This was completely random, all right? Completely random first roll. So the seed, the first 4 digits of the seed are 6666. Not kidding you guys. I guess I'll share the actual seed. I can share the actual seed in the description. It starts with 4 sixes, completely by chance. So that alone is already like a 1 in 10,000, chance of that happening, right? It's a completely random seed. I swear to you guys. And then it ends, and then it ends in the area code for where I'm from. I'm in Cincinnati. It's not a secret. I've mentioned that multiple times. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. The area code for this place is 513. The seed number of the seed ends in 513. So it starts with 4 sixes and ends in 5. The area code of where I'm at. So that was just astronomically improbable. There's this level of the amount of synchronicity that this world involves, it's amazing. So I can never let go of this world. I have to continue playing in it because of how significant that is. That feels so mystical. It's like a mystical synchronicity to me. I mean, it was completely random. It's true. Maybe you guys won't believe me, but I know that it's true, and that makes this world deeply, deeply meaningful to me. And I definitely intend to return to it and continue playing in it when the time is right. This is one of my 7 off-screen worlds, hardcore-ish off-screen legacy worlds. I guess I have 8 total worlds, including the prologue world. The prologue world is the only one that I'm recording my long play series in. In the prologue world, I record everything. But these other 7 worlds, these are the worlds in which I play off-screen. And then I've been recording the 100-day interval world tours in them. And in this world, there is no 100-day or 200-day or 300-day world tour for this world, because I was already past day 300 in this world at the time when I decided to start the channel. So this is the first tour of this world that you get to see. It's the 400-day world tour. And this is where I'm gonna leave it. This is where I'm gonna end the tour, because there isn't really anything more to show you guys. That's it. I've showed everything I wanted to show, said everything I wanted to say. And that's it now, I guess. Thank you guys very much for checking this out. Let me know what you think. Let me know how if you like what I've built over here. I hope I hope to get some comments. If you guys have anything to say at all, and I encourage critical comments. I encourage troll comments. I really like to read your comments and to respond to your comments. So I really hope that I'll hear something from you guys. Let me know what you make of this place. All right, and I will see you in the next. And then that concludes. That's the last one of these world tours that I wanted to do. From here on, the world tours are going to become a lot less frequent, because it takes me some time to play through 100 days in Minecraft. It takes me like a month or so, or at least like a few weeks, and it takes me a pretty long time to actually get through a full month of Minecraft off screen. Even off screen, it takes me a long time. So it's going to be a while now. These world tours are going to become less frequent because that's it. I mean, these last 7 legacy worlds, I basically had them all prepared. Like I basically saved them at 100-day intervals, convenient spot places where they were ready for the world tours. But I've gotten through all of them now, and from here on, it's going to take me some time to work through them, to work to the next 100 days. So that kind of concludes the initial set of world tours that I wanted to do, and I'm really happy about that. That was it feels very satisfying to have completed that now. So from here on, they're gonna you'll see a world tour from me like once every month or so, once every month or two. All right. So check out if you liked this kind of content. If you like this kind of content, this kind of unedited, organic, really chill. I don't know if chill is the right word. It's unsensational, unimpressive, unedited content. This is what I do. So if you enjoyed that, and if you enjoyed the world tours in particular, I have a playlist of all of the world tours I've done. This is like my 8th world tour, I believe, 9th, 10th. I don't even remember exactly how many I did now. I think this might be my 9th or 10th world tour. But I have them all in the world tours playlist, which is there's gonna be a link in the description for that. So please check out my other world tours if you're interested. I have a bunch of them now. And then if you're completely new, you're also very welcome to check out the long play series, the Prologue World long play series. I already got like 74 episodes. No, it's like 77 episodes now by the time this world drops. I'm recording this world tour before I even before recording. I think I'm actually on like episode 74 at the time that I record this world tour. But I just wanted to get this out of the way. I wanted to go ahead and record this now, just to kind of be done with the world tours, with the legacy world tours. All right, and that's it, guys. That's all I had to say. So thank you guys very much for watching this. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you guys in the Prologue world in the next video. Shadowlay, my fellows. Shadowlay.